Uh, Hi everyone, welcome to this session. And this is the agenda we have for today's session. So first we'll talk about what is Oracle Fusion applications all about. After going through that few points, we'll talk on cloud computing. What is the meaning of cloud computing? Now, when you talk about Fusion applications, we heard the term called as cloud. We can call as Oracle Fusion applications or Oracle Fusion cloud applications. Okay, so we have to understand what exactly meaning of cloud and what information we should know when we are going to work as a consultant on Fusion applications. So those points we'll discuss. After that, we have other point to understand what are the different delivery options or delivery modes available within the Fusion applications. It can be any area of application, any solution. So what are the different delivery options available in the Fusion applications, we'll see. So after that, we'll try to uh, find out the differences between on-premise and the cloud platforms, and we'll talk on few points, technical point of view and functional as well as application point of view. What are the few changes compared to EBS or other applications? We'll see that. Then we'll talk on Oracle Fusion architecture. What is the architecture we have in the Fusion applications? We know very well what is the architecture we have in case of EBS. Okay, we'll compare with EBS and we'll talk on this point. So other point to discuss here is Fusion enterprise structure. In EBS, we know the multi-org structure. We'll compare with the multi-org structure and we'll talk on this Fusion enterprise structure, how it is same or how it is different. What are the naming convention they changed? Okay, so we'll try to understand how they designed that enterprise structure as a part of Fusion applications. After going through all these points, just I'll take you through the user interface, how they build the user interface. Means we'll just go through look and feel of Fusion applications. After completing all this, I'll take you through the course content, what we are going to cover as part of this training. Okay, so this is the agenda. Apart from this, if you want to know something else, anyway, that will you can we can discuss that. Questions and answers we can keep in the end of the session. Okay, we'll start with the session, and first we'll talk about Oracle Fusion applications. So I want to hear from your end. Anyone tell me what is your understanding on Fusion applications? Anyone? But I request if you have background noise, that may not be correct, where you are going to unmute and speak. If you don't have background noise, that I think you are the right person to answer to this question. Anyone? What do you mean by Oracle Fusion applications?
Yeah, hi. Good morning, everybody. So Oracle Fusion Applications is a new breed of ERP from Oracle. The primary difference is the change in the user interface from existing Oracle e-business suite. And second thing is offering. Offering is based on multiple models. One is being
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Okay, I think Shiva is speaking. Okay, yes, Shiva, I got that. Just only I am expecting very high level with the one or two lines as an answer. Okay, yes. Anyway, just you given few valid points. Okay, fine. Let me just take you through what is the meaning of that. You know, I mean, as a Oracle company, like Oracle has a like their own products. Initially, they started their business with a database concept. Later, they just started up developing the applications. They built many applications, which all comes under Oracle EBS, Oracle E-Business Suite. Okay, so Oracle is owning the ERP product called as Oracle E-Business Suite. Under that, we have a different product families. Different primary business process can be. I mean, to handle the different primary business process in the organization, many solutions are available from Oracle. So if you look at if we talk about Oracle EBS, so we have a solutions for financials, we have a solution for procurement, we have a solution available from Oracle EBS for SCM and projects, CRM, and many other business processes related solutions are available in EBS. And when you look at this Oracle EBS solution, if any company is going to use Oracle EBS for their business operations, say financials, procurement, SCM, projects, and CRM, so they may not find the all solutions are very best fit as per their business requirement. Okay, so they may find financials is very good from Oracle. If you look at other ERP vendor in the market, take example PeopleSoft. PeopleSoft also one of the ERP product in the market, as we know. So when you look at PeopleSoft, PeopleSoft is offering best solution for HCM. HCM stands for Human Capital Management. Okay, and say just we have a solution from PeopleSoft for procurement also. And there are many other ERP vendors. I'm just going to make a note of a few vendors so that we can understand, and then we can just jump into the actual point. So we have other ERP vendors, JD Edwards.
Laxman?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so Rakesh here, so probably I may have missed initial 5 minutes or something, so I probably don't know. So whatever we are seeing now, whatever spreadsheet and whatever you're talking,
That's all.
all that
Same.
All that audio and video will also be sent to us, so we don't need to be busy in writing the notes or doing anything, right?
Yeah, not required. We'll record each session and we'll be sharing with all the participants.
Cool. So whatever you're speaking and whatever we are seeing on the screen, everything will be basically given to us. Right?
Exactly, you're right.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Fine. Okay. So when you talk about JD Edwards, as a part of JD Edwards, we have a different business solutions. Say financials we have, and procurement we have. Say HRMS solutions we have. I'm taking few ERP products which are very popular in the market, and say CBIL. Say they have a CRM solution. So we have. So these are the ERP products. Apart, I'll take example of SAP also. SAP. They have a solutions for financials. Of course, we call as FICO. And SD, sales and distribution. And HCM, human capital management. This is how, if you look into different ERP products, you can find the many solutions from each and every ERP products. But the important point is which ERP vendor is providing well specialized solution as per the client requirements. If you go very high level based on this information, when you look at Oracle EBS, okay, we have a different ERP products. Out of that, if any company is looking for financial solution, the best choice is Oracle EBS only. From Oracle EBS only, the financial is the best solution out of all these ERP products. If any company is looking for HRMS solution as for their business, HRMS is available as a part of our EBS also, right? We have a HRMS solution. Say we have HRMS solution from Oracle EBS, the same time from PeopleSoft, nothing but a HCM. As a part of HCM, we'll have HRMS, payroll, and many other HR related, HR process related applications. And say in the JD Edwards also we have HRMS application, and in SAP also we have HR related application, nothing but HCM. But when you look at all these applications, which vendor is providing very matured solution related to HCM? That is a big question. So in that case, definitely answer goes to PeopleSoft only. So when you compare PeopleSoft HCM solution with Oracle EBS, Oracle EBS is not offering such a great solution for HCM related business process. I mean to say people, HR related solution. And if some company is looking for say a procurement solution, so you may not find the solution is very good from EBS or PeopleSoft and SAP, but you'll be finding the procurement best offering from JD Edwards. Offering in the sense solution. Okay, say some company is looking for procurement solution. When they look at multiple ERPs, definitely they like that solution which is offered by JD Edwards. At the same time, what JD Edwards is offering, they may not select financials for their business. They'll be definitely will be having choice financials from EBS, from PeopleSoft. They'll go with HCM. In the same way, if any company is looking for CRM product or say CRM solution, the best option is Siebel. Okay, the best option is Siebel. So this is how, like, when you look into different ERP products, okay, you can find the best solution from the different ERP products. Till today, there is no ERP products in the market which is well specialized in most of the business solutions. I mean to say here, solution is nothing but finances. I am taking one solution, procurement one solution, SCM. So we don't have any products. Again, when you talk about SAP also, if some client is going to choose SAP, primarily they'll be choosing if they're primarily looking for sales and distribution as their business solution. And if they are more into sales and distribution, okay, then from SAP, ST is very good. Even when you compare SAP FICO solution, mean to say financials, with Oracle EBS, okay, the more Oracle EBS only will get more rating, not SAP financials. Normally we call as SAP FICO, right? So these are the few points to understand. That means there is no ultimate ERP product in the market to cater the business client business process related requirements, where they can manage their business process related information within the system. Okay, where they can run the business with the help of some software product, which we call as ERP. So there is no such kind of product. Okay, so this is just one point to understand. On top of it, what I'm going to say is, so anyway, we know Oracle is owning Oracle EBS. So apart from that, what Oracle did is, except SAP, many other ERP products Oracle acquired. Oracle acquired PeopleSoft, Oracle acquired JD Edwards, Oracle acquired Siebel, Oracle acquired many other ERP products as well as enterprise solutions. When I say enterprise solutions, those can be related to some reporting related solution or some other enterprise related work, some areas of work related or specific department related solutions. So many ERP products Oracle acquired. Okay, here as per our list, except SAP. Okay, so as we discussed, from Oracle EBS, financially is best. I'm just taking examples here. I'm highlighting. PeopleSoft HCM is the best solution. Say I'm taking example for our understanding. From JD Edwards, procurement is good, and from Siebel, okay, they may have multiple solutions, but Siebel is the good. So this is how they identified what are the different ERP products Oracle acquired. From all the products, they identified which is the best piece from each and every ERP. By taking those best solutions from the different ERP products, they built an application called as Fusion applications. So here I have a slide for that. So to understand Oracle Fusion application, see here, this is what I mentioned as Oracle product. These are not directly Oracle products. Oracle acquired later, those all became Oracle products. Initially, Oracle is owning only Oracle EBS, Oracle E-Business Suite. After that, Oracle acquired JD Edwards. Now the JD Edwards we are calling as Oracle JD Edwards. Oracle acquired PeopleSoft. Now PeopleSoft we are calling as Oracle PeopleSoft. Siebel they acquired Oracle Siebel, and now we are calling as Oracle Siebel. Hyperion. Hyperion, like Hyperion is very just best solution for your planning and planning and budgeting and reporting. For these areas, Hyperion is really a very good product. Hope many people might have come across that experience. And other one is Primavera. Primavera is a very very good product in the market for our project planning. We have MS Office also, but it's a it will help to the businesses to do a very complex project planning and all, which you can take as one of the enterprise solution. Okay, so this is how, like, even Primavera also acquired by Oracle. So now all these products came into came under like Oracle ownership. So just give me 1 second. There is an issue here. So these are the different products now Oracle is owning. Okay. Now what after acquiring all these products, what they did is they did a lot of analysis, and they deployed expertised people in the respective areas, and they, I mean, made a plan of picking the best solution from the each and every, I mean, what are the different ERP products they have. So I mean, they brought they taken the best solution from the different products. With the help of all those different ERP products, they built application called as Oracle Fusion application. Now what they did is they taken from the JD Edwards the solution like piece of procurement and SCM related supply chain management. From PeopleSoft they taken HCM solution, which will support for HR, payroll, and many other HR related activities or processes. And from CBIL they taken the CRM solution, and from EBS they taken financials, from Hyperion reporting capabilities, and even they taken the budgeting planning solution. And of course in Primavera is not part of this. Okay, so this is how like Oracle taken the best solution from the different other ERP products which are acquired by Oracle. Not only ERP products, some other many technologies Oracle acquired. More than applications, they acquired different technologies which comes under server or cloud computing. So technology based. Many other products under technologies Oracle acquired. So by using all these best products what they acquired, they built an application called as Oracle Fusion applications. Now when you go to the Oracle Fusion applications, when you're working on Fusion applications, you can see financials from Oracle EBS, and uh, procurement solution from JD Edwards, and HRMS and payroll solution from PeopleSoft, and CRM solution from CBIL, and reporting solution from Hyperion. They taken all these and they built a Fusion application, but they made complete synchronization and seamless integrations and all everything. They built platform, and they made capability of running all the different ERP products on the single platform. Now, if some company client is looking for so best ERP products, no doubt we can say Oracle Fusion is going to be the best solution for most of the clients, because they're going to have a best solution from the different ERPs. It's a big challenge for any client if they want to go, say for example, there is a client having a requirement, they want to go with financials, they want to go with CRM, they want to go with HCM. These are the three business area solution they require from one of the ERP product. But if they go and do any kind of analysis, they cannot find as there is one ERP which will really fit into, I mean, which will suit their business process in the very top level. There is no such kind of ERP in the market. Now after Fusion, definitely clients can find, most of the clients can find, okay, they are going to have a better solution for their financials process, finance system, and HRMS system. Definitely they'll be having the best solution, since Oracle is taken HCM solution as a part of Fusion from PeopleSoft. And if they are looking for CRM solution, that is there anyway in the Fusion, which they taken from CBIL. So this is how from the different best ERP solution, okay, different ERP solutions they taken, they built application called as Fusion applications. So based on this, there are 2 points what we discussed now. Any question, please?
So Laxman, Bala here. So I know you have talked about all this JD Advanced PeopleSoft e-business suite. Procurement is at JD Advanced, but what about the core of the supply chain, where the order management and surrounding modules in order management?
Yes. Okay. When you talk about SCM, like see here, they taken the same functionality. Okay, let me talk about it. The procurement, as we discussed, they taken from say JD Edwards. If you don't mind, can you mute? That's what I requested. Okay, thank you. Please, otherwise just will get some noise, that's it. Otherwise I don't have an issue. Okay. So what we can say, we cannot say exactly like the SCM directly they taken from which product. So to understand SCM point of view, purchase and procurement, okay, say like procurement already they taken from the JD Edwards, okay, and inventory, when you talk about inventory they taken from EBS, okay, EBS inventory solution only they taken. But if you are aware of, in EBS we have one module called as product hub, product management hub in EBS. So that now in Fusion primarily that's their they deployed as a part of SCM solution. I mean to say, in EBS, if you want to create items where you can create as a part of inventory, you can create. Now the complete functionality they moved to product management application. Simply we call as product hub. So that's how they just now they focused usage of product hub application in the Fusion application. So if you want to create any items and all, okay, the item master items you cannot create in the Fusion as a part of inventory. That now they completely move to product hub. Okay, from there only you can create. And when you talk about SCM, supply chain management, I mean exactly order management. Yes, order management functionality remains same as EBS, but they, on top of it they added order orchestration process, okay, for order fulfillment functionality. Okay, this is how just it's not like exactly when I talk about finance, I can say they're directly taken from EBS. Of course, even they're taken from EBS, here and there they change some naming convention they added, and they change certain functionality from PeopleSoft application. Okay, and from different other ERP products also they change it. But the most of the solution which you see, if you are working as a EBS finance consultant, there won't be big challenge for you to work on Fusion Financials. The same way, if you are a PeopleSoft consultant for a HCM, okay, now you don't find any great challenge to work on Fusion HCM, but still learning is required. Even here you are going to see most of the functionality similar to EBS. Still you have to understand where to start, how to start, what are the things are different. Okay, what are the changes we have? All these points you have to understand. I'll give you a simple example for your better understanding. So if you are going to implement SCM, what you will do as a part of EBS, okay, you will go and just configure inventory, and I'll talk on the point which will support P2P and O2C. You'll go and implement inventory primarily, and purchasing and order management. So, and if you have applications, payables, receivables applications also already implemented, you can run the process flows called as P2P and O2C. So when you talk about purchasing and inventory related setups, especially, so you'll go and do the basic configuration, and depending on which features you want to implement, you'll do the module specific setups. If I want to highlight few points, how it makes a slight difference from our EBS SCM. So in inventory or purchasing as a part of Fusion, you don't have any concept of opening and closing the periods. And even if you want to manage with accounting for the transactions which will be running throughout this inventory and purchasing complete process, we have a separate solution called as receipt accounting and cost accounting. Okay, to calculate and to track all your cost related transactions, you have a cost accounting which need to be configured as per the business requirement. And if you want to capture the accounting, okay, if you want to, when you are doing the inventory related transactions, to capture the accounting and to update the balances respectively as per your requirement, you have a receipt accounting. So these and all you see as a separate some changes definitely which we have to go through the sessions. And other point is when you are configuring the purchasing. So what we'll do as a part of purchasing our inventory in EBS, we'll go to the inventory information. There will provide relevant accounts. Which accounts are mandatory or based on the process which you are going to implement, even optional will be providing. And again, when you are setting up purchasing option, will provide few accounts, right? So different accounts will be providing as a part of options. But in the Fusion, when you are doing the setups, nowhere you are going to mention those accounting information. That has to be configured in the system with receipt accounting, cost accounting, on top of it, we have to configure tab, transaction accounting builder. If you are going to create the purchase order, okay, purchase order, it's mandatory. You have to configure tab where you have to go and specify what is the rule to derive the charge account, accrual accounts, okay, the variance accounts, all the accounts rules you have to define. Hope everybody is aware of what I can say, subledger accounting method. So if you are aware of that, within that we have what I can say is mapping set, okay, derivation rules, all these definitions we have, all you have to complete as a mandatory for purchasing application. Without setting up, you cannot run the show from purchasing. And if you want to account the transaction which you are performing within the inventory, it's a mandatory you have to set up. Apart from inventory setups, okay, you have to set up receipt accounting. If you want to capture the cost and all based on the transaction which you do in your SCM part, you have to implement, I mean to say, you have to configure cost accounting future functionalities. I mean to say the cost accounting future which will support. It's like some sort of some tax engines, okay, which will support the respective process or area of the application related business processes. That's how our Fusion SCM is different from EBS SCM. Okay, and I will talk on this more and more in going forward. Okay, for now we'll just limit to whatever we scheduled for today. Anyway, in the end of session you can come up with your own questions. Okay, so any questions here to understand what is the Fusion applications all about, please? So what I'm trying to say is Oracle acquired many ERP products, but they identified best solution from the different ERP products, and they built ultimate product called as Oracle Fusion applications. This is what we have to understand. Any confusion? If you need any clarity on this point, please let me know. Just I'm trying to explain the term called as what is Fusion applications, Oracle Fusion application. That's all, nothing else. Okay. So you have a very big list how many products Oracle acquired to understand. Okay, very big list. Fine. So that's all about Oracle Fusion applications. The other term which we have to understand, cloud computing. Okay, anyone can speak on this, please. If someone is aware of it, you can just come up with your own definition. The simple way, just I don't expect you will be explaining by giving many examples and all, not required. I am going to do that job in this session, but if you can give me an answer in one or two lines max, okay, simple statement, that I am looking for. Anyone, what do you mean by cloud computing? I can hear noise. Yeah, please.
So Laxman, I believe.
Please go ahead.
Basically, it's a software as a service, as a SaaS, where you have web-based things like that, where we have come up with a SaaS service that has been introduced. So all the applications is working on the cloud. So that will interacting as a web service.
I'm sorry to say this. I'm just asking what is the meaning of cloud computing? Yeah, your answer is what point you are telling, that is part of answer only, no doubt. But something like some summarized point I'm looking for.
Like cloud as we can use the service, software and hardware as a service from the vendor or their network. Okay,
good. Any other definition? I think this is from Jagadish. Okay, good. Any other definition for cloud computing? Of course, we are not going to define it. It's already defined. Just we are trying to understand what exactly meaning of cloud computing. That's all. So, any definition from other?
Yeah, email is an example of cloud computing.
Oh, email. You said email?
Yes, your Gmail.
Oh,
yeah, Gmail or Hotmail, anything.
Yeah, great. Fine. Okay. Fine. So any other definitions? Because this term is very important for us now. Because almost the complete show is going to run on this cloud computing only when you talk about fusion applications. That's the reason this term became very, very important for us to understand more detail level. I have a good number of slides in our demo today to talk about this very detailed level. But before that, I want to hear from you. What is your understanding? Okay, that's it. I don't want to just ask what confusion you have on this cloud computing. Anyway, that question also I'll be asking after my presentation. So what level of understanding you have, just to say what is the meaning of cloud computing? Okay. Fine. Yep, almost same. If you guys answer, and even I agree with if you say Gmail, Yahoo Mail. These also best examples for cloud computing. I'll agree in one way, other way I don't agree. The reason we'll see. So what is the meaning of cloud computing? In cloud computing, what happens is, so take example our Oracle EBS only. So a client taken the license for Oracle EBS, specific product families, say SCM, finance, and HRMS. Now after taking the license from Oracle, what client has to do? They have to buy the server infrastructure and they have to deploy the technical team. I mean to say networking and security and DBA, the total team they have to deploy, and they'll start working on that server where DBA will install a network administrator. They'll take care of the network and the security and all these aspects they look after. So that's how normal process works. Say there is one client ABC. ABC is taking the license from Oracle to use the specific areas of the products. Okay, after that they have to buy the server infrastructure. They have to install that product in the server. For that they need a technical team, and okay, they install technical team, set up, everything is ready. Again they have to take care of the maintenance of the server. Okay, fine. So good, they've taken the license, they got server infrastructure. They say they invested good money to buy the server infrastructure, and they got a technical team and they are working, and instance is up and running. Okay, you done with implementation also, so your client is started using. Now definitely there should be maintenance. Still they have to continue with the technical team, DB and other technical experts who are required to manage that server. Okay, in this process, say today you taken the license, after 1 year Oracle came up with a new release. In that case what happens, again you may look for that latest version. So since you have that complete software as a separate piece in your server, you have to go with the upgrade. Here Oracle is not responsible to upgrade it. So because you have your own infrastructure, you have the complete software in your infrastructure which is managed by your team. Okay, anyway you will be using that, no doubt, otherwise there is no meaning of that product. So if there is need of upgrading to the next version, you people has to take initiative from the scratch to end. You guys has to work and you have to execute it. So nobody is going to help. Even the vendor also not going to help. If when you are upgrading, if you have some issues, they will help you, but they are not going to help you for the entire process of upgrading from one to other. Okay, but instead of buying the software from Oracle, what you can do is, don't buy software from Oracle. Oracle will maintain that software in their own servers. Oracle will have their own servers. The server, what you are looking for, what products you are looking for, your business purpose to manage their business operations information or process related process. Sometimes of course we'll do through system. Based on that the relevant physical activity takes place. Most of the cases what physically takes place in the business, that will be recording in the system. In two cases we can see the system usage, right? So I mean to say approvals and all, first you do in the system, then only that later execution will start. say you procure something, the physical activity takes place, that will be recording the system. That's what I'm referring. Okay, so don't buy the software from Oracle. What you can do is, instead of you buy the what I can say server infrastructure, you buy the license from Oracle. What you can do is, let Oracle maintain the server. Let Oracle have that server, software in their server. So in that case, you no need to buy. Simply you can go and ask Oracle saying that, so I need solution for finance and SCM and HRMS. So if they have option, what Oracle do is, they says, okay, fine. So if you need this solution, we can offer. In that case, you no need to invest lot of money to take the license from us for our product. What we can do is, you can take subscription, because the server and everything we will manage, and the applications also, the maintenance and everything will take care of, and you just take the subscription. Take the subscription and use as you required, and pay based on how many users you are going to have for this application. For how many users you want to provision to this application to work on the business process. So that's how you can go and take the subscription. If you are going to take subscription from Oracle, so you can use that product which is residing in Oracle servers. Okay, which is residing in Oracle servers. In that case, you no need to buy the server infrastructure. Anyway, Oracle purchase server infrastructure they are managing, and you are not going to take any copy of the product from Oracle. So what are the product you require, that product they will place in their server, and you can take subscription for that, and you can start using. Okay, you are using. Fine. Since Oracle will be maintaining that server in so and so location, it may be bit challenge for you when you are working on that software. Say Oracle is they have a servers in USA, and you are sitting you have a team who are sitting in India and UK and China and say UAE countries. Okay, or say Middle East countries. When users are sitting in the different time zones, and when they are trying to connect to the server which is residing in specific physical location, what happens? The server response when you connect. When user is trying to connect and perform some activity from India, server is residing in US physically, the connectivity issues you may experience, or else okay, connectivity is good, and the server response time it may be more. Okay, ultimately user experience will be very bad, because you have server somewhere. Of course you are connecting through network and you are trying to do your job, but there will be big challenge. So for that, what Oracle or any company is doing is, they are maintaining the servers, very big missions. It's not like servers which we have seen and which we see here and there. It's a very big servers, big missions they will maintain. By using that servers, what they do is, as per the client requirement, they can generate the virtual servers. By using the physical servers, they can generate the virtual server. Say Oracle has big mission, big server. Now there are clients in the market, A, B, C, D. Say A, B, C, D are 4 clients. The 4 clients need Fusion applications subscription. Okay, they're given. Now what Oracle will do is, for these 4 clients, as per their requirement, for which applications they need access, they can create 4 virtual servers. Okay, where they have their physical server in USA, but these clients may be, one client may be in US, another client may be in UK, other client say in India, the 4th client is there in China, for example. So in this case, if they are going with that physical server access and all, again it will be challenge for each client located in the different country, and when they are accessing, definitely there will be some issues. To resolve this kind of issues, what Oracle is doing is, for these 4 clients, they are creating virtual servers based on their requirement, and where they are residing those servers, the source name is nothing but internet. For the 4 clients, they are creating the virtual servers and they are placing in the internet. When they place in the internet, wherever you see internet, you can think there is your server. You no need to think your server is residing in USA or Singapore. So simply, since this facility will be provided by Oracle, so wherever you have internet, there you have your server. That kind of quick connectivity you can have, that sort of very responsive system you can have, and you'll have a great user experience. Its server is in your hand, that's all. Okay, you don't need to worry about all the network and server related issues and connectivity related issues. And since server is somewhere from some time zone, it takes time. When you submit the request, it will keep running. It may run for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We all have that sort of experience. If you remember, it may not be in one case, other case, definitely. So because of these challenges, and to minimize the cost what clients are going to invest towards this any software product usage, okay, this concept, this technology or technique came into the market. What any company, let's take example of our Oracle only, we don't need to take many other examples. If we take example of Oracle, so earlier in case of EBS, we all as a clients, we are buying the software, we are buying the server infrastructure, we are maintaining that software in the, we are installing the software in that physical server, and we should deploy that some technical team and they'll take care of it, and maintenance, etc., etc., we are responsible. But now the new way of using the software is, don't buy, take subscription, which is very cheaper. And don't buy server infrastructure because you are not going to take license to install. Okay, you no need to buy server infrastructure. You no need to take any license for the application. Just as per your requirement, take subscription. Just take subscription. When you take subscription, you can start using that product. If you have any issues with that product, Oracle will be there to help you. Not only just helping your issues, when you go with this model with Oracle, what Oracle will do is, first they'll give subscription, you no need to buy. The second option is, if you want to upgrade from current version to latest version, that job also will be done by Oracle only. You no need to get DBA and other team. The complete upgrade will be done by Oracle only. Not only upgrade, when we are working on the product, for which product you take in the subscription, say there is some bug in the product usage, the patch application also will be done by Oracle only. So, and even the user experience and the server availability always rich and 100%. 100% availability you can see. If you have a team, maybe you can call them as DB or some technical team, you may not be in the position to hire well expertised people in the market, but Oracle can do that because that is product owning company. They can maintain, they can place the experts who are in the market, they can take them into their technical team, and they'll keep monitoring all the virtual servers. Okay, one side physically they will be monitoring the physical servers, but we don't need to worry about it. With the help of physical servers, the cloud computing technology will have a capability of generating the virtual servers. Being a client or consultant, we no need to bother about physical servers. When I talk about cloud computing, only we'll talk about virtual servers. Based on client and what are the client requirement, the cloud computing companies can generate the virtual servers, and those virtual servers they'll place in the internet. That when you that internet, within that internet, what are the applications you have, you can start using the total technology only we call as cloud computing. Any question here, please? We'll get into that more. We'll talk on more information on this. But before that, just to understand the term called as cloud computing, if you have any questions, please let me know. There are good information to understand about cloud computing, but just whatever the point I'm trying to explain, if you have any question, let me know.
So Laxman, I know you said that you'll go in detail into that, but just a quick question at a high level you can answer. Because right now, EBS servers where we are maintaining, so if any small patch needs to be taken care of, seeing that there is no effects on the other modules and integration parts, and especially the custom PLLs that we have built, things like that. We need to make sure those patches doesn't affect and things like that. So having this as a virtual server, so because it organization specific it would be, right? So any configuration and anything like that. So how does that? Is there any challenges that that currently you have with the Fusion?
As a client and as a consultant, we never have a challenge in case of this patching and all. Say you are working on order management, okay, you are trying to do the ship confirmation, you got some error message, okay, you gone through that Oracle support, or somewhere you found that originally you should find from Oracle support only. Say you found it, there is statement says this is a bug. Now you are using the you are using that server from Oracle only, which is physical virtual server. In that case, straight away you will contact Oracle. There will be cloud team from Oracle also. Oracle cloud team will be there as a part of Oracle support. Okay, there will be team separately for EBS as well as cloud. So you'll contact those guys by raising SR. They says, okay, yes, we just did some diagnostics from our end, since we have complete control to that virtual servers which we are offering to you, and we identified that is bug. Yes, what we'll do is we'll apply the patch, and Oracle will ask us, please tell me at what time we can apply this patch, because that should not, their patch applications and all should not impact our user work, right? So they will ask us, we'll tell the time, accordingly they'll schedule and they'll do the patching. That's how it works. Think every client is going to have a separate virtual server. It's not like common virtual server for everyone. Is it fine to understand what point you have, what query you have?
Yeah, Laxman. I mean, yeah, I got kind of I got that point, but I believe once I go detail, I'll know more about it.
Sure.
But what I understand is that any customization that we do, organization specific,
please,
client specific, right?
One second, please. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm not talking about customization. I'll talk about customization maybe within few minutes. So till now, I didn't talk about any customization. I just talking about the standard product. Of course, I didn't mention as a standard product. I'm saying we'll take license from Oracle, okay, and we'll deploy in our server. We'll do it. That is one way of using the product. Other way is don't take any license and take subscription. No need to maintain the server. Start using. If you have any issue with that product, take help from Oracle. And if you want to upgrade to the latest version, Oracle will do for you. Since you are going to use virtual servers with the help of Oracle. That's what I'm talking. There is no point related to customization. I'll come to that because we'll go step by step. Okay.
Got it.
Yep. So done. Now I have one slide here to talk about that. So just see here, cloud computing. There are many terms you can see. Systems, services, data, models, users, costs, application, performance, resource. These all things will comes under cloud computing. There are many points which are involved to understand about that. What are the points we are trying to understand? I said servers Oracle will maintain. Okay, the server part and user experience, the performance. Okay, how you will be connecting to that servers, virtual servers through internet. Reason? In the cloud computing, the virtual servers will be residing in the internet. So these all terms are related to cloud computing only. The resource means system resource to run the system. So we know as a part of DBA concept, we will be knowing that resource means when DBA will be allocating the resource based on that, the job will be completed, and that's how it works. We know that. So these are all the points you can see here, which all are all terms are related, always refers cloud computing. Anyway, we discuss this in the simple way. What is the meaning of cloud computing? We'll go ahead and we'll see a few more points and see that simple definition, what this is. But anyway, we just hope we are okay with that understanding of cloud computing. You can see that image, but reality that's how you never see based on the concept, how that technology, how smoothly clients can have a experience of using that product. They just the graphical presentation also they given. the servers are there in the cloud. Okay, so when you talk about cloud computing, what is the meaning? The simple statement I have here, simple definition: the practice of using a network of remote servers. Network of remote servers are nothing but here remote in the sense virtual servers hosted in the internet. Okay, the virtual servers will be hosted in the internet with the help of cloud computing company. Because how these remote servers or virtual servers will be hosted in the internet? Because the cloud computing company, they will have very big physical machines. Those machines will have a capability of creating the virtual machines. Okay, to store and manage and process the data rather than a local server or a personal computer, you will be maintaining your software. Instead of maintaining your software in local servers or your personal computers, what you can do is that same software can be managed, deployed, or say hosted in the internet with the concept called as virtual servers by cloud computing company. This is a simple definition to understand. See, wherever you have cloud, there you have a server. That means we are comparing that with the internet. Wherever you have internet, okay, there you can think you have a internet. You can access from anywhere, anytime. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so this is a point we have to understand. So let's move on to next point. Okay, so Oracle is offering Oracle is offering this cloud computing. Okay, cloud services, let's call it as cloud services. In cloud service, what happens is, if any client, okay, we know the model how it works in case of EBS client, what I can say, that our client, our customer will buy server, everything they'll manage and all, or else they may go with some data centers, etc. That's a different point to understand, let it be. So that's how it works. When you talk about cloud, what we are discussing, Oracle will take subscription from Oracle, and our server will be hosted in the internet. Okay, in the internet as a source, and from anywhere, anytime we can access. Okay, when we are accessing, what are the privileges we are going to have on that virtual machine related software, that we have to understand. To understand that, those we can refer with the terms called as models, delivery models, or you can say different type of services. Okay, different type of services. So this is a point we have to understand. So when Oracle is offering the cloud services, not only Oracle, these are the generic terms related to any cloud computing company related services. So if any client is going to use the cloud applications instead of having their own server, if they want to take the benefit of this cloud computing, so what points client has to understand? So from Oracle, these are the three type of services are available. One is SaaS, the second one is PaaS, the third one is IaaS. These are the three services are available from Oracle. Okay, we discussed bit detail level, may not be very detailed. Okay, Oracle will create virtual server. Within that, we will have a software which is controlled and managed by Oracle, that as a client we can use and you can pay accordingly. That's what we discussed. Okay, you are going to have access to virtual server. Within that virtual server, what privileges you are going to get, that totally depends on which service you are choosing. Okay, whether you are going to, as a client, you are going to choose SaaS or PaaS or IaaS, that makes big difference related to the access or privileges which you can have on that virtual server of software. Okay, we'll talk on that. We'll take these three terms, simple terms. The first one is, SaaS. What is the meaning of SaaS? It's very simple. This I call as cloud service or deployments or models, cloud models. You can call as these are cloud models, or say deployment models, or I can call it as cloud service types or options, cloud service options. Okay, you can refer with any term. So how these are totally different, how these are going to help to any client. First I'll take example of SaaS. SaaS. SaaS stands for software as a service. Software as a service. What is the meaning of that? You will take subscription from Oracle. You will have rights to only to use the product. You can just, what are the standard product you are getting from Oracle, as it is, you can use it by doing the configuration as per your business requirement. Please note that point. I am not talking about as per your business requirement you can customize and you can use. I am not saying that. If you are going to opt this SaaS model from Oracle forever Fusion applications solution, you can just use it what Oracle is providing. So you take in the license for SCM and financials. Then you can get access to the virtual server and you can start doing the configuration. Then you can start using based on the for how many users you take in the subscription, you can have access and you can use it. So that's how it works. That is the meaning of software as a service. The best examples, the market, as somebody said, Gmail and Yahoo. I'll agree if the Gmail server and Yahoo servers are deployed as an internet as a source. But if you are going to access the Gmail or Yahoo servers, okay, Yahoo servers are physically you have, then that we should not call as software as a service. That doesn't comes under, that completely comes under on-premise servers. Okay, instead of going with on-premise by using cloud computing technique, if Google is going to have a virtual server for our Gmail, okay, the Gmail server is going to be virtual, then if you are going to use Gmail, that you call as SaaS model, software as a service. For any service which you are using through internet, so those all you have to look at only one point. What are the data you are accessing? The data you are accessing from the virtual server or physical server. If it is a physical server, that you never call it as SaaS model or software service. If that is going to be part of virtual servers, that means virtual servers always reside in the internet. There will be quick connectivity, response and great user experience, and even that is less cost client has to incur when they are taking their services. That only comes under software as a service. Take simple example, when you are using the Gmail, can you do some customization within that Gmail as per your business requirement? No. They are providing some templates, they are giving some options where you can go and set how you want to see the look and feel of Gmail. Okay, templates you can select, right? And you can move the panel, chat panel from left to right or left to some different place you can move, and you can set some the security related policies options you can set. These and all you can use. However, Gmail is offering as is you can use. As per your requirement, you cannot go on to change something. You cannot change. Only you can choose the options which are available. In the same way, when you go with if you are going to take the subscription from Oracle for Fusion applications with the model called as SaaS, you are allowed to just use. Before that, anyway, you have to configure that application as per your business requirement. You never get a chance of doing some customization. When you are taking this product from Oracle, you need an option which allows you to do the customization. In that case, you have to go with a model called as PaaS model. PaaS stands for Platform as a Service. Platform as a service. In platform as a service, what happens? Say you take in the subscription for SCM and financials. Yes, you take a model called as PaaS. In PaaS, what happens is along with this SaaS option, you will get access to platform. So when you go with the SaaS, only you can use. But when you go with the PaaS, okay, So I'll just mention those simple points. When you go with this SaaS, just you can use it, that's all. You cannot play with that product. You never have a permissions. But when you go with a PaaS, you can use that product what you are subscribing, and as per your business requirement, if you want to do some customization, any changes, or altogether, say you taken the license from Oracle for SCM and do financials, and as per your business requirement to work to sync and to work with this process of SCM or financials, you need one more application, custom application, that you can build in PaaS environment. Or else when you are working on your SCM applications, say you as per business requirement, what are the standard functionality Oracle is providing that may not meet the client requirement. Okay, when some client requirement is not meeting, you have to customize an EBS, right? Say for example, there is some requirement that is not meeting with the standard functionality. You may develop one form or multiple forms or the future which will sync in the standard process which Oracle has, or which is connected, or which will be referring, whatever. So you can do the customization. So along with the standard product what you are getting from Oracle, what you can use, along with that you can do the customization. You can do the customization to the standard product what Oracle is offering. That is possible only in case of PaaS. If any client is going to subscribe Oracle Fusion application, it can be any product, finance or SCM or procurement or HCM or PPM, project portfolio management, any product. If they are opting the model as SaaS, only the options they can use and enjoy. If they are going to choose PaaS, they can use, if required they can do the customization. Okay, done. And we have one more option. Okay, we are using and all those things we are doing, but here when you are using, just you can use it and you don't have access to simple. Before that, let me take simple example. You'll have applications where applications will be running on specific platform, and when you have applications which are running on the platform, the application related transactional data or any data will be stored in the database. And definitely when you say database, it's all about storage, right? Storage, again many things will come into this. When you say database, and that is storage, and we will talk about security, right? Many things. So you have application. To deploy the application, you should have a platform. Say for example, I have a small piece of software, I want to use it. For that I have to use the platform called as Windows or Linux in my computer or laptop. If that platform is not there where I can put that application to use it, no option. Okay, I have application, I have a platform called as say Windows in my computer. I have some piece of software I installed in that. To store that software, I should have a database. Of course, in laptop I will have a drives, and again for the drives we can have a security, right? So this is a well-known concept for us. So when you talk about any software product, these 3 points are very, very important. Based on these only everything will be running. There will be application where you can use it, but you have to put that application somewhere. That is nothing but platform. And when you place that product software on the platform, when you are going to use to place that product on the platform, and when you are using for the data which you get, everything need to be stored in the database. Storage should be there. These are the 3 points. When you go with SaaS model, that means you will get access to only application. When you go with the PaaS model, along with these applications, you will get access to platform also. But few clients will have a requirement, they need access to application. Yes, definitely everyone need it. And along with the application usage, if they want to do any customizations, or if they want to develop new product, and if they want to deploy in the same environment, they need a platform. Yes, done. And they are expecting, say client is expecting, okay, they can do customization, and they can use that customization along with the standard product. Apart from that, they need a flexibility of increasing or decreasing and setting up the security, all those storage related, okay, privileges they require. In that case, if some client is looking for That generally this you call as infrastructure. Okay, this you can call as simply infrastructure, means the database, okay, which will be in the just ground of every application, right? Database, storage, security, and a network. Okay, the many things all comes under infrastructure. If some client need control on the database, storage, security, please.
I have a question here. So, in realistic situation, is there really any customer, like for example, SCM and all, who actually go with SaaS model at all? Then,
No, I'll come to that point if you don't mind. Just give me 2 minutes.
okay,
Yeah,
sure.
we'll talk on that. Everything, whatever you want to understand. Okay, fine. So if any client is looking for just to use the software from Oracle, however it is available as it is by doing the configuration, they'll go with the SaaS. When they're using, if they come across the situation, if they expect, okay, as per their business or business process, whatever Oracle is providing standard, that is not enough. In that case, they'll go with the PaaS. Reason, PaaS model allows customizations. But if client is looking for applications and there should be some flexibility to do the customization, same time there should be scope where they can come up with their own security model, okay, and there should be flexibility of increasing or decreasing the database, or else they want to altogether come up with some their different as per their requirement, specific infrastructure requirements for that server, virtual server which they are going to use. In that case, the best option is IaaS. IaaS stands for Infrastructure as a Service. Okay, if you opt this option, you will get application access. That means you can use, you will get access, you will get a flexibility of doing customizations. Okay, you are using the application. I'm sorry, I written user. You can use the application based on a requirement. You can customize, and when you are customizing as a part of infrastructure, database, or security, if you want to do some changes as per a requirement, okay, that also you can do. You'll have a control on the infrastructure layer also. That's it. So here, when you go with Oracle, these are the three options are available: SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. If any client is going for SaaS, they'll get access to application, but always think there will be platform as well as infrastructure also. Okay. Okay. Fine. So if you are going to use any application, that will be there on platform, and there will be some infrastructure, nothing but database, nothing storage, security, and all. If you go with the SaaS, you will have a control. You will have a privileges to play with only application. You cannot touch the area platform which allows you to do the customization, and you cannot touch infrastructure which give you the option where you can go with your own options of database, storage, and security aspects. Okay. But even if you go with the SaaS, the platform and infrastructure should be there. Without those two applications, you cannot run. That will be there, but you never have access. That is the point. And if you go with the SaaS, the permissions which you are going to get for along with the application for platform also. But remember, infrastructure should be there, but you are not going to get privileges to infrastructure to change as per your requirement. But when you go with IaaS, I request you all to mute, please. If you have any question, yes, anyway, we'll talk on that. Please let me complete this point, please. Yeah. Okay. If you go with IaaS, so no client will go with it just for infrastructure. When they have a need of using the application, then only they'll go. If they want to use application, there should be platform to support these applications and platform. There should be infrastructure. They'll go with that. So that means go with any option. 3 will be there. Only the point you have to understand, based on your choice, you will have a privileges on that virtual server. Any questions here, please?
This is Ramesh here. I just wanted to have some clarification on the pass. So in the pass, the customer will be able to do some integrations as well, right? If they subscribe for pass, is my understanding.
Yes, yes, they can do that. Even SaaS also they can do that.
Right, but then SaaS will be like more file-based data import and those kind of things only, right?
Yeah. Now see, those are the
But
different options. See, when you talk about the SaaS or PaaS and all integrations possible, depending on the board, there will be there is a flexibility.
correct.
Okay, you can see we have the FPDI load you can use, or else you can use web services, or you can use connectors. You have many aspects of integration can be possible.
No, my question is if they wanted to time integration. No, the other integration, the SaaS is possible without real time, but then if it is a real time integration, then they definitely need to go with the PaaS model, correct?
Yes, yes, you can have a tight seamless integration where you can do that with web services. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Fine.
Yes.
Yeah, any other question?
The same questions which I asked some time back and which you said that you'll be taking in 2 minutes. That like in realistic situation, do any customer really goes for SaaS at all then?
Yes, yes, yes. They'll go with the SaaS. Still, there are a few points. If you don't mind, again, I'm stopping you. Really sorry. So still, I have a few points to add to this. Okay. I'll come to that point definitely. Whatever you are asking, the same I'm going to explain now. Okay, I'll explain to you. I'll answer to your question now. Okay.
And before that, like also one more question related to PaaS now. Now, for example, in PaaS, when you say platform, is it also means that like customer has control of the operating system, etc., configurations and all those things also?
No,
like Unix and
that you have to go with infrastructure. In infrastructure, you will get privileges to that. Infrastructure, database storage, you will get okay. You are talking about operating system. You are talking. I mean, where that applications are operating.
Platform. Then what does that platform means? Platform just means that like you are having, for example, order management and all, and now you want.
I'll tell you for a simple way. So the meaning is, say Oracle in EBS, you have a like a menu called as Oracle is delivering the seeded menu called as INV Navigate, right, for inventory.
Okay.
So that is seeded menu. You want to create your own menu. What you will do?
Okay.
What you will do? You'll go to the system administrator, right?
Right.
There is a flexibility to create your own custom menu.
Right.
That flexibility you can see in the platform PaaS. They'll give separate application, custom application management space. There you can develop and deploy, and you can integrate with the standard application process.
So then it means if you see, I'll relate this example to something more also. For example, value set. Then what you're saying is, if we say SaaS versus PaaS, in SaaS you have the standard value sets, but in the PaaS you can have your custom value sets also.
What
like in SaaS?
One second. What do you mean by standard value set and custom value set?
Okay, so let's say standard lookups. Like in the lookups and all, if you see, there are options where you can have the standard.
You go with value set if you don't mind. Go with value set. Tell me what is the standard and what is the something else you said.
See, when you say value sets, like value sets will be like you can have your own custom value sets and all needed for your
Always we create our custom, right? Always we create our custom. How Oracle can guess which value set you require with which parameters and which values.
See, value set is probably a raw example. That's the reason I want to go back to the lookups, because in lookups, if you see, sometimes there are standard values and there is an option called extended, like where you can add multiple values to that.
Yes, yes.
So then it
extended, we have a user also. Yes, you can add the value.
Right. Yeah. So extended and user, when you're saying if we are part of SaaS, then extended and user options are not even there. Like we cannot even go and add the value.
The concept is totally different. You are talking about just value. When we are going to just you are going to add a value which can be selected in the specific process. That's it, right? Okay. But here I am talking about a functionality.
Okay.
Okay. See, in order management, client is asking for specific form. Okay.
Okay.
Specific form. Can you do it some lookup or value set or something else?
Means if it is specific form, so you have to create a new form altogether. Means just when you say lookup will not help.
That is possible only in the past. That's what I'm trying to create. That kind of forms, you'll have a platform. That is the meaning of platform here. You'll have a space to create the custom forms. That is the meaning of I'm just referring as a platform. PaaS allows to do the customization. That's it. They'll give separate access where you can go and create form by using the ADF technology, and you can deploy and you can connect. Okay, you can create the table in the database and you can link with that table. That's how it works. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. That's it.
Got it. Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
So I believe, Laxman, I think to be simplified, I believe what you're saying is in SaaS, the responsibility like application developer.
Exactly. That's what I take.
And responsibility not there.
Correct. See, I asked the question to make it more simple. System administrator, right? Menus where you can create custom, their own. So that's a just simple example. I'm not taking exactly that is the example here. Best actual thing is customization. That is a Oracle provided and we are managing by creating the custom menu. Yes, that may not be right example, but simple point is you want to develop a new function. In that case, okay, you have to contact the technical person in your EBS implementation. Okay, they'll develop the form. The same way, same job if you want to do in Fusion application, you should be in the environment of PaaS only. There they'll give the application management area where you can go and do the customizations by writing the ADF forms development and packages, procedures, everything you can write and you can use it. Okay. And that's what when I talk about IaaS, along with the application and the customization flexibility, you will have access to maintain your storage and full access. You will control. You will have. You will get to database access also will be getting. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, and but as per Oracle Fusion, I'm talking about this point. But if you come out of this Oracle Fusion and if you look into the actual market, so let's take Amazon Web Services, AWS. How many people are aware of it? What is AWS, Amazon Web Services?
It is like a hosting, just like a data center, right? Where you can go and host any application.
Yeah.
AWS.
Yeah. They'll provide the space. They'll provide you the infrastructure. There you can go and maintain your software. Storage you can maintain. That's it. You can maintain the storage. That only comes under IaaS. Only IaaS service AWS will provide. If you want to understand separately. But in Oracle, even if you select IaaS, along with that, why you are choosing IaaS? To have a control on the infrastructure, but you need application, you want to do customization. That's the reason everything you'll get. If you go and contact Amazon Web Services, okay, they'll provide you the infrastructure. There you can manage your storage, maybe files or maybe some software. Okay, that's how you can use. And take example, okay, the Apple Store or Play Store, Google. Google apps, or take Play Store, or Google, what I can say, Apple Store. What we can do with App Store or what I can say, Apple Store. What we can do? What is the use of that? Anyone talk about that point? From Google, we have App Store.
Yeah, you can develop app and you can host the app and you can sell the app through the stores.
That's it. Right. That is exactly equal to PaaS model. That will provide the platform where you can develop and you can deploy. And take example as you taken Gmail or Yahoo. If Gmail or Yahoo servers are deployed in the virtual machines, virtual servers, that example is best example for SaaS, software as service. If they are running on the cloud servers, then only. If they are deployed, the servers completely running and responding based on the physical servers, then you never call it as SaaS. okay, that we call as on-premise service. Okay, these are the best example. Amazon Web Services you can just use for storage, that is nothing but IaaS separately. Okay, and Google App Store, you can you can develop any product and you can deploy and you can sell if you want to sell, otherwise for free you want to provide. However, you are going and downloading WhatsApp or other applications from the Google App Store or Apple Store, whatever, you can go and do it. That is a platform. Google is providing the platform. Again, that Apple is providing the platform where you can go and develop and deploy and you can use, or you can allow someone to download and use whatever. And in case of SaaS, just you can use, okay, without doing any changes. However it is, as it is, you can use. Take example, no doubt our this WhatsApp on cloud only. That was SaaS model. They don't allow you to do the customization for WhatsApp, right? That's the best example for SaaS. But when you look at, okay, in that case, you don't need to worry about what is a platform, and you never get access to on which server, virtual server, WhatsApp running. You never get access to platform, or you never look into infrastructure. Okay, so where this, of course, if I'm not wrong, this WhatsApp acquired by Facebook. If the Facebook guys, where they deployed that WhatsApp, depending on that, they'll get access to the platform related options, customizations, and all those things. So these aren't all they can do. Anyway, as of now, that is available, even that is deployed somewhere, that is available as a what I can say, it's a PaaS model. In the PaaS model environment, that is available, but for users, that is SaaS only. Okay, these are the few points to understand. Anyway, I have a simple slide to talk on that. These are the SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, whatever we were discussing. Okay, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Your SaaS, no customization, just use. Okay, subscribe, use and pay. And PaaS model, yes, subscribe, use and pay. Along with that, if you want to do any customization, you will get flexibility. In IaaS, yes, anyway, you should subscribe. When you subscribe, you can use it while you are using. If you want to do customization, do it. Still, you have flexibility to increase or decrease, or to do some changes to infrastructure where this complete solution is running on. And this is other simple example. Let's say I mentioned here, cloud computing, here software as a service we call as SaaS, platform as a service PaaS, infrastructure as a service IaaS. When you look at these companies, Amazon Web Services, they'll provide cloud infrastructure IaaS. Okay, just they'll provide infrastructure. What infrastructure as IaaS? What you can do, you can rent the processing and storage, okay, networking capacity and computing services. These are all you can take on rent base, and you can use those infrastructure based on your requirement. Simply you can call a storage purpose. Like Amazon, we have other vendor also, hosting company. Just you can host, that's all. Okay, something you can use it. And other example for PaaS, platform as a service. When you talk about platform as a service, you should have a IaaS. If there is no IaaS environment, okay, as a background, there is no PaaS. There should be infrastructure. So if you go with this PaaS, you'll get IaaS. Okay, infrastructure you'll get where you can deploy something, you can store. On top of it, you'll get an option where you can deploy customer created applications. You'll get a platform in this case. Okay, so that's how you'll get. And if you see SaaS model, software as a service, okay, providers applications, just they'll provide the application. So the best examples, Salesforce, right? We know Salesforce and Lotus Live, and there are many other we have. And you can take Oracle into these three examples. Now Oracle also one of the big cloud computing company. What Oracle is claiming, which I'm not saying. Okay, Oracle is claiming it's a very big cloud computing company. That's true also, we can see nowadays. So it will offer these three type of services. If some client is looking for only infrastructure, IaaS they can provide. And if some client is looking for along with the infrastructure, only like this PaaS model they can provide. But when it comes to our Oracle, definitely even client is going to use one, the three they should provide, because to run the complete solution in the smooth track and in a realistic way, like that should be there. So they'll provide, but based on your selection, adoption, you'll get privileges to respective area. Okay, this is what you can understand. Okay, so this is all about what we have to understand about cloud computing. I have 1 or 2 more slides to talk about that. I am not going to take much time on this. So, yeah, please go ahead.
A quick question here on the PaaS and
Yeah,
see,
please.
I understood that customization is possible using PaaS. So in this case also, my doubt is, see, the maintenance, the deployment of the customization which is being developed by the client.
No. 1 second, please. Please don't mind. I forgot that point to add. That's what I said. I'm going to answer. I said, and I just switched to other slide, I guess. Okay, let me add a few more points here. Just I totally forgot to talk about it. Fine. So if client is going with a SaaS, yes, they can use it. And what are the advantages? The big advantage for this SaaS model client is, if Oracle is going to come up with a new release, that complete client environment can be auto upgraded. Auto upgrade, which is not possible in PaaS or IaaS. This is one point I want to add. Now please go ahead with your question.
Okay, thank you. So coming back to, I have a question on SaaS also. I'll come back to that later. But before that, in PaaS, you said customization is possible. Okay, so I'm just drawing one real-time scenario. I'm sorry if I'm taking a little bit.
Yeah, see, definitely I have a concern on that. If you don't mind, make it simple point. Not required. Just throw that point. I will talk on that.
Okay, no problem. So tell me, if the client has to maintain the PaaS platform, like upgrading the platform or something, or it is also like based on subscription, which the provider will maintain.
I didn't get your question.
Now, this is why I said I wanted to explain it.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect in this way. No problem. Now you can go ahead, since I'm not able to understand.
Okay. No, to the benefit of everybody also in the forum.
I understand. So I thought
the thing is,
that's the reason I request.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Okay. See, the thing is, there is a customization. Yes. Okay. First question is, who will be developing the customization? Will Oracle take the responsibility of developing the customization to bridge the gap? One, or the client will actually develop it and hand over to the platform service provider to deploy it. Okay. Third, because I am trying to bring a parallel, is PaaS equivalent to on-premise? If that is so, what is the client benefit getting out of PaaS?
Yeah, it's a good question. Fine, I got your question. So to go one by one question, what you are asking. The first question you are asking, if there is any customization, who will do it? In EBS, who will do it will deploy one technical resource. In the same way, in the Fusion also, you have a flexibility of doing customization. If you want to develop one form, you'll just you'll take one ADF developer. The ADF developer can develop it. So in PaaS model, Oracle will provide the platform where you can go and deploy your customizations. So from our side only, we will be deploying. In this process, nowhere Oracle is going to involve. And second question what you asked is, so how it is different from on-premise? Okay, in on-premise, you will have a complete control on this process. Here I'll show you the slide, the same I'm going to show. So you see in the very simplified summarized points when you talk about SaaS. As a part of solution, this all will be there. Applications, security, database, operating systems, virtualization, server, storage, network, data centers. This all will be there as a part of any instance which you are going to access. And just for your information, normally this in Fusion, people are calling as instance and all, nothing wrong, but generally what Oracle call it as pod, POD pod. Okay, we call as test pod, development pod, prod pod. Okay, that's the term just we are using. Instead of using instance, you can say you can use pod. Okay, but still I'm going to use as instance only, since we know very well, we are happy to use it. Okay, so these and all you will be getting. If you go with a SaaS, this all will be managed by vendor who is providing this service, say Oracle. And if you go with the PaaS, This all will be managed by Oracle, including applications also they'll manage. But here what they are saying, managed by you. The reality, what are the custom applications you are developing, those need to be managed by you. The applications will be managed by you means don't take meaning. Even actual application, standard application also we have to manage. That anyway Oracle will be supporting. But custom applications need to be managed by us. But rest of all will be taken care by vendor. And when you talk about IAS, okay, so you'll get a flexibility to the application and security as well as database also, as we discussed. And rest of these anyway Oracle will look after. And when you compare with PaaS or IaaS with on-premise, in on-premise you will have access to everything: server, operating system, network, storage, etc., etc. All these will be having. Here storage means you just take as a database. This is a part of database only, but here in the slide that's how we kept. Okay, so see, based on the deployment, you are getting access to respective area. In case of here, nothing. Here, at least application you can manage, but here these three elements you can see, three objects you can manage. And in case of on-premise, you will have control on everything. Okay, you will have everything when you are going to run your server on your own. I mean, when you are running those applications in your own server. Any question, please? Okay, hope it is clear. Fine.
So I think, Laxman, I think the question is, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Last question. You said in SaaS upgrades will be done by Oracle.
Correct.
Now, and you said based on the virtual server. So, will there be any instance like there is a company A, company B, company C, both are having SaaS subscriptions of Oracle SCM or whatever it is. Now, will there be a time where company A is an upgraded version, let's say 11.1, and company B is in 11? Is there a possibility?
See, that's possible. See, yeah, as you said, A and B, A is using say 10, release 10. Okay. See, one point here you have to understand, when you talk about 10 or 11, these are subversions, not real versions. Actual Oracle version like EBS, the series we have is a R12 11i. In the same way, for Fusion, actual series is 11G. Within the inside of that series, the running version we are talking, that is 11 and all. When you say 11, you don't see as of now like 11.1, 11.2 and all. Take this way example. There are three clients. Three clients are running on three clients can run in the three versions. So say one client is running on release 9, another client is release 10, third client is running on release 12. You may take this example and ask me your question. If you say 11.1 or 2,
okay.
It may not be applicable.
Okay. No. My question here is, will the client be, will be able to decide when they want to upgrade it?
Exactly. That is for sure. See, you may see some clients who is not interested to go with upgrade, even that is available. Only on our request. Okay, only on our request Oracle will do it. But think no client will be like that, where they says to Oracle, please don't upgrade, right? On our request, Oracle will schedule and they'll do it. That's it.
So on the same point, Laxman, so I think I got it too. But same example, A, B, C clients, right? Client A, client B, client C. Client A is on SaaS, client B is on PaaS, and client C is in IaaS. Okay. So when you talk about auto upgrade, so SaaS will automatically get upgraded whenever Oracle is releasing. The client A will be auto upgrade every time that there is a release, right? So for client B and client C, because they have these customizations and everything, so what are the challenges there? I mean, upgrade, is that simple, or is something that will be a client B responsibility and client C responsibility to do that? Okay. So that's where I think
upgrade activity anyway Oracle will do it, but that is not a complete solution of upgrade. In case of SaaS, so you are using standard application, when they do the activity called as upgrade as it is without any issues, the environment will get converted. But in PaaS or IaaS, they have some custom functionality. the activity Oracle will do as upgrade, but still your team has to work. They'll put some effort between these two versions. What are the changes? Is there any functionalities, the customization impacted by so and so functionality changes? These are all should be taken care. You know, in EBS, when client is moving from 11i to R12, you'll have a team. You should take care of which customization can be invited by this latest version, and you have to keep eye on which customizations which cannot be supported by this release 12 when you are moving from 11i to R12. And again, you have to take care of, after doing that upgrade, you have to go and do all the changes, because the 11i customization may not be directly supported by R12 since there are some changes in R12. However, you do that sort of work in EBS. Who will be doing the upgrade? Your DBA will do that. But here in Fusion, instead of our DBA, Oracle DBA will do it. From their end only they'll do in case of PAS and IS. But this additional work, what you have to do, you should have a team and they have to work on it. So that again some kind of challenge for you. So that is reason like SaaS auto upgrade, complete solution as it is will get upgraded. In case of PAS and IS, yes, upgrade will Oracle do it for us. But thing is, you have to take a call just to take care of all that, because this upgrade, those previous customizations are disturbed, they moved as is, and you have to test and you have to do all these exercise of first doing that like upgrade to test environment and testing and taking care of all the, taking all the nodes or any some bugs or patches. This exercise you have to do, then you will get a actual experience of how it will impact and all. Then you will request the client, please do my prod, and they'll do it. Again, you have to go and implement the same fixes, etc. That's how it works. Okay. Okay. Still, if you have any question, please.
One question.
Please go ahead.
So I have worked for GE. GE is a like client like they use most of the custom application. Right? You can say 70% they use. They don't use a standard application.
See, if you don't, see, I respect all your points, but my request is just simplify it.
So
answer. That's it.
we have the customizations more than if there's 70% customizations. So which platform they have to go? So in a case,
that's what the infrastructure also they want to choose as per their requirement. They'll go with IAS. Same there anyway. They'll get custom option also. Otherwise, they don't need to worry about infrastructure. Expectations or changes. Then simply they can go with the PAS. PAS is enough. If you say GE, PAS is okay.
So if they maintain their own infrastructure, then PAS is enough, right?
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Infrastructure. They want to choose infrastructure options. The storage capability, securities they want to manage instead of how Oracle will manage. If they don't love it, what Oracle is doing for them, definitely they'll ask, give control on that. We'll play with that. Okay.
Okay. They have to take the new license or the existing
license subscription only. It can be SaaS, PaaS, IaaS subscription. Everything will be hosted in the Oracle cloud. Oracle cloud virtual machines only, which will be controlled by physical servers. No license is required, only subscription, user-based subscription.
So how integrate their custom application with the standard? Is there any process?
Yes, we have a SOA, service-oriented architecture, which is one of the middleware component. Through that, we have many options. I'll take you to see, because here we cannot do customization, but we have option where you can talk on that and we can understand. That will take you, that will give you that information which you require being a functional consultant.
Okay. Still I am not clear, but I am looking forward in further sessions. Thanks, Satish.
No, what you are looking for, please. What point you are looking for, please let me know. We'll make it clear.
Because like form personalizations and custom reports.
Yeah,
so
I'll tell you that. Okay. In SaaS also you can do the basic form personalization, but not too much of coding and all. And you can customize the reports. SaaS also you can customize the reports. When you say customization, try to take the point as functionality customization. In SaaS you can develop the new reports and you can write the simple personalizations. That is possible. In SaaS also.
Custom APIs?
Sorry?
Custom APIs is what? Custom APIs.
Custom APIs, no, you cannot do that. Those processes you can route through SOA. That is it makes difference compared to PaaS.
Okay, thanks, sir.
So we'll have
That answered my.
we'll have one session where we can discuss on what are the different options if there is any third party integration. So how to manage in Fusion. We'll discuss on that. We'll have one session for that going forward. But initially that is not required. That's the reason we didn't include in this too much of information. We'll start working on the application. We'll do the configuration. So once we complete half of the course or end of the course, we'll find right time and we'll take that point and we'll discuss. Okay. Any other questions?
Appreciate it, Laxman.
Thank you. Any other questions, please? Fine. Just we'll move on to other point here. So we know the on-premise solution, right? Now we are talking about cloud. What makes big difference? We'll see in few points. So this is on-premise. If any client is going with on-premise, these are all things we have to consider. CapEx upfront investment, they have to invest a lot. Okay, and customer owned upgrades and patching. All the upgrades should be done by client only, and patching also should be done by client team. And they have to manage the data centers hardware cost, and there could be just some disasters. Okay, the recovery and all, they have to work on it. And when they are doing the customizations in on-premise, it's compared to cloud, it's a bit costly. That's how you can understand. And again, annual support and all these are normal. And again, client will be lying with outdated software since they're an on-premise. So today the Oracle, one client started using the on-premise instance, and they're implemented. They started using after 2 months or after 6 months, Oracle release new version. Yes, they may upgrade, but again after 6 months, Oracle is going to come up with a new release. They may not be interested to all the time to upgrade. So again, till the next time when they upgrade, what are the new functionalities Oracle is offering? Okay, they'll miss that business benefits. That is the point. And the other things, they have to manage their own network and security accesses and everything. But when you talk about the cloud, this and all, you don't need to do capex investments, capital. To buy the server infrastructures and all. Okay, you don't need to depend on some other data centers, etc. Everything will be taken care by client. I have some other slide also, sub slide. See here, cloud. So you just, I can hear some noise. Let me mute all. I think Jagadish. Fine, anyway, no issues. Thank you. So here is the point. So yeah, so rent a flexible service, pay as you grow. So if you need, say for example, 100 user subscription, take it. If your organization is growing, and accordingly, if you want to take more subscription, you pay and use it. No need to take license. Okay, no need to take license for the product. That is a point. And the other point here is standard security and access, and anywhere and whenever you require. So this is a possible here with the more security. See, when I talk about cloud, the people will have a concern of security. So that's true. But in case of Fusion, they're taking care of the security. What are the security security concerns client has to resolve all those issues? They have a such kind of security model. Even they're offering the cloud services. Okay, that is the one you can say under no upgrades, but latest functionality via regular releases. That means no upgrade in the sense auto upgrade takes place. That is the reason they are mentioning as a no upgrade is required. So these are the benefits you can take out of cloud application when you compare with on-premise, and it will reduce a lot of cost for the client. Okay, in many aspects, and user experience will be very rich, and everything you can play from anywhere. Like you can access from your mobile also. The cloud application now I can open from my smartphone, and I can log in. I can perform some action. All these things we can do, and there are many advantages. Once we get into the course, we can understand. But these are the few points to talk at this stage. And we'll just go through few technology changes when you compare Fusion with EBS. See here, servers. Okay, see this information may be required, may not be required, but just if you know somewhere, just that will help you. That's the reason just I mentioned 2 slides here, 1 or 2 slides related to this. So servers, when I talk about servers in EBS, we'll have a Oracle Apps server. Generally we call as Apache servers and all. But when I talk about Fusion applications, the servers, they're moved to Oracle WebLogic. You know, Oracle acquired many technologies out of that WebLogic server also they acquired. So now the Fusion applications will be running on the server called as WebLogic. And GUI, graphical user interface, where user will be performing any kind of activity as a consultant also, where we go and do the configuration, all that all comes under GUI, which you can see. So that in case of EBS, that's all we have with the most of the functionalities we have with the forms, and few functionalities we have with the JSP, Java Server Pages. Okay, nothing but your supplier creation is part of JSP, Java Server Page. And when you are setting that, say, receiving options, that will open the JSP page on web pages. But when it comes to Fusion, they completely Oracle using Oracle ADF. And ADF Java server faces this. It's all about ADF technology. That means we don't need to get into the technical terms and to understand more detail level. Simple point, you can say no more forms and JSP pages, completely ADF, since ADF is very just web friendly, means when you are accessing through internet, it's very lightweighted, and for cloud technology is the best selection. Okay, and workflows. When you talk about EBS, what are the workflows? Anyway, we will be working on approvals also, right, in the purchasing and all the aspects. At the time, what are the workflows we have as per EBS? If you want to do some customization changes and all, you have to interact with the workflow by writing the PL SQL coding. But in Fusion, when you are going to going to work on workflows, yes, here also we have workflow, but few things we have to slightly the change we'll be discussing. But in terms of the programming point of view, in the EBS, when you are going to create your workflow, you'll be writing some functions, packages, procedures to route and to makes that workflow, how it has to behave, what it has to do, and how it has to understand everything. You'll be communicating, you'll be interacting with the programming by using the PL SQL. But in Fusion, we'll be using the language called as BPL, Business Process Execution Language. So this is what we'll be using in case of workflows customizations. And when you talk about reports, you can see in EBS XML publisher reports, but in the Fusion we have the same place they given BI publisher, BIP reports. You can call as BIP or BI publisher reports. And when you look at EBS solution, if any client wants to use BI reports, they have to take separate license. But in the Fusion application, this BI publisher reports we have as inbuilt solution. No need to pay some. They don't need to take as a separate license and all. It is part of the product solution. If it can be SCM or finance or any area of the application, the inbuilt solution we have as a BIP. And analysis, when you talk about analysis in EBS, generally we use Discoverer tools and all, but equal to that we have a OTBI in Fusion application. OTBI stands for Oracle Transaction Business Intelligence, where you can go and analyze based on the live data which is there in your database, as it's like transactional database more into. Okay, these few points to understand as a technical changes. Not only this, there are many anyway in our classes we'll go through and you can understand very detailed level. We'll make sure that what you are expecting, that you will get it from our classes. Okay, and functional changes, I didn't mention many, but a few I mentioned. So in EBS, if any user has to work on so and so functionality or anything, only the interfaces receive responsibility. With the help of responsibility, only user can do something in the application environment. User will log in. For user, there should be responsibility which is assigned. As a part of responsibility, there should be menu or submenu or some functions, whatever, which you mapped as a part of responsibility creation. Through responsibility, only user can work on the application. That is a simple point. But in the Fusion, we don't have any responsibility concept. Everything will be managed with the roles. Say the simple statement, in EBS, user can work on the application with the help of responsibility. In Fusion, user can work on the Fusion application related any functionality with the help of roles. That's all. And approvals, just now we discussed, but I added one more point here. In Fusion, EBS will be using the AME, Approval Management Engine. Okay, you can do that. You can write the rules as per your business requirement, and that is connected with the workflow. We know the graphical user interface is connected with a workflow, and you can, if you want to do some changes and all, you can go to workflow and you can do it. So equal to AME, now there is no AME in Fusion. In the place, Oracle introduced BPM. BPM stands for Business Process Management. Through BPM only you can go on to set all the approval related rules and conditions. However you want to manage your approval process, everything can be set up. It's a very simple solution. When you compare with the AME you may find as complex after seeing BPM. And the same we discussed, and to run that within the BPM, what are the workflows we have to run that and to monitor and control. I mean to say, custom point of view, we'll be using BPL language. Otherwise, we have many standard approval options they given. If that is not meeting as per your business requirement, we may customize. In that case, you need some BPL expert who is expertised with AME expertise. Okay, and data migration, we know in every implementation, it's a mandatory, right? It's a mandatory job. Otherwise, of course, this will decide whether your project is failed or succeeded. So data migration we have to do, even it's a small size, small project, say vanilla implementations also, we have to do it. For this, we have to depend on technical resource. That means data conversion. In EBS, we are calling as data conversion. So that job in Fusion, they made it as very simple to do the data conversion. In Fusion, in EBS, we need technical resource, but in Fusion, not required. They are providing the FBDI templates, file-based data import. These templates will help us to execute the complete process. So no technical resource required. On your own, being a functional consultant, you can load items, okay, and you can load purchase orders, you can load suppliers, you can load customers. You have some other planning methods in inventory, those also you can put in the spreadsheet and you can load. You no need to depend on any technical resource. Without any technical resource, you can execute the project. That much scope we have in the Fusion. Another point is setups and configuration. When I talk about EBS, if you want to do the purchasing setups, definitely you should be in the purchasing responsibility. And if you want to do order management setups, you have to be in the order management. Again, if you want to do on setup in inventory, all the ways you have to switch to inventory, and switching only takes some time. And again, you have to go there. Again, you have to take the navigation. You have to find the function. You have to open. And again, after completing, you have to close. You have to choose the switching. Again, you go there, take navigation. Huge lot of time you are spending there only. For that, we have a solution in the Fusion application. Oracle introduced FSM, Functional Setup Manager. This is a place where you can do any application related configuration, not only for SCM, for finance or any area of application. This is a centralized place. All setups can be completed from one page itself. Any setup you can do from here. That is a big change you can see compared to that. In Fusion, see in EBS, if you assign the, say for example, INV navigate menu to inventory responsibility, within that only you can perform the transactions, you can do the setups. We'll be having the separate submenus within the same menu, right? So you can do that. But in the Fusion, they are completely separated. So from functional setup manager, you can do only setups. And if you want to work on the transaction process, you will be having the separate rules that we'll discuss very much detail level when you get into the sessions. Okay, these are the few points to understand here. And application changes, EBS versus Fusion. So just naming convention, first point. So when I talk about application in EBS financials, in Fusion we should call it as Fusion same financials. Of course here we are calling as Fusion financials, and that means finance we are calling as finance only. And EBS what we call as HRMS, and all here in Fusion we call it as HCM, Human Capital Management. And EBS projects, we have project suite, right, that we are calling in Fusion as PPM, Project Portfolio Management. Okay, the same products, the naming convention they change since they are respecting the naming conventions which are already used in the respective ERP products from where they taken that solution. Okay, because in the PeopleSoft, the HRMS payroll solution they call as HCM, the same name they taken and they are just continuing with that term. Okay, so that's how it works. And when I talk about database in EBS, we know we have only Oracle database, which is a transactional database, but in Fusion we have a Oracle database. Along with that, we have S-based database also. So Oracle database to store your transactional data, where you can generate the reports based on the transaction information. But we have S-base, which is purely supports for reporting requirements. Okay, so here data will be stored because in Oracle database we store the data in the form of tables. Within the tables we'll have rows and columns. Okay, right? And that is a structure we have in the our Oracle database. When I talk about S-base, there won't be any tables. There won't be any structure. But everything will be there. I mean, all the data you can store in the dimensional base. There will be cubes. Okay, in the cubes you can store the data that we call as multi-dimensional reporting. So that's how it works in case of Fusion. It's primarily for reporting purpose, because what Oracle it is as a part of, we know one product called as Hyperion, right? Hyperion we have as a separate product after acquiring Oracle, after building the solution of Fusion. Oracle just included that Hyperion also as a part of this Fusion application as inbuilt solution. So when you are using that reporting purpose, wherever that Hyperion is applicable, especially I can say finance point of in GL, if you want to prepare some financial reports, you will be using the Hyperion financial reporting. There, this S-base will come into the picture. And the system administrator in EBS, if you want to create any users and if you want to provision to any responsibility, you'll be using the system administrator. Okay, equal to and more than equal to system administrator. In Fusion we have Oracle Identity Manager, simply you can call as IDM or OIM. OIM. If you ignore Oracle Identity Manager, you can call IDM, you can call it. Another point is Authorization Policy Manager, APM. This is also one of the middleware. These Oracle Identity Manager and Authorization Policy Manager, these two are middleware tools. They are two, middleware components. I'll talk on that. What is a middleware? First, we have to understand. Think these are the two separate applications for now. Okay, system administrator and subsystem administrator. In Fusion we have OIM or IDM you can call. Other one is APM, Authorization Policy Manager. These are the two different applications we'll be using to manage that users and security, all the other security related aspects, related controls. And this is a Fusion architecture. Okay. Okay, just I think we got a limitation with the time and all. Okay, fine, no issues. Okay, we'll talk about Fusion architecture. Let me write few points here. I don't take much time for this. So when I talk about, EBS architecture, right? Simple, like there will be on top application, the bottom database. Those two are well connected directly without any middle layers. But in Fusion, when I talk about Fusion application architecture, we'll have a on top Oracle Fusion applications, and we'll have a Oracle database and a database. Database, when I talk about it just now, okay, database, say, and in between, in Fusion we'll have a middleware. Okay, so when you say applications, all applications, so what you can say, purchasing, inventory, order management. Okay, many other applications you can take, general ledger, any application, payables, any application you can take, all will be there. Okay, when you are working on these applications, the relevant data needs to be stored in the database. For that we have a database. In Fusion we have two databases. Just now we discussed, one is Oracle database, where you can store the transactional data. For reporting, to store the summarized balances, okay, for reporting purpose we have a S-base database. We have a Oracle database and a S-base database. So what is middleware in between these two? So middleware, say in EBS, in EBS, say you want to integrate one third-party application with purchasing. What you will do, you will go and do directly you will build the sub-interface and directly you can connect with the purchasing. That's how the integration works. But in Fusion, if you want to do any integrations, that has to be done through middleware only. Okay, that has to be done through middleware. That's how any integrations and process related controls and securities related to applications and all the aspects of usage, they kept as a part of middleware only. That means this middleware will monitor entire these application operations and securities and connectivities, all will be controlled by middleware. So just to understand in the middleware what we have one IDM, and IDM you can call as OIM also. Just let's take as IDM only, APM and BPM. This term just now we gone through, but let's take, and UCM and SOA and BPL, and many other, all we call as components. In the middleware, whatever we have, we call as components. These all components, there is a separate purpose. See here, IDM stands for Identity Manager. OIM also you can call Oracle Identity Manager. Identity Manager. What is use of Identity Manager? So in Fusion, you can create the users, and for any user, you can give any privileges to work on the application through IDM only. From IDM only, you can create anything. And APM. APM stands for Authorization Policy Manager. Authorization Policy Manager. When you say APM is Authorization Policy Manager, what is the job of APM in Fusion? So we know in EPS, for each application will have a seeded menus. Okay, seeded menus. In the same way, Fusion, for each application we have a seeded roles. We'll talk on this more detail level, but just take the term and try to understand the concept. No need to look into that. So we have a roles. For each application, they are giving multiple roles by understanding the real business practices, okay, based on the client practices. So based on that, what Oracle is doing for your purchasing, what general roles companies will be using, they are providing it. And for your order management, they are giving. For your inventory, for each and every application, Oracle is providing the standard roles. However, Oracle is delivering seeded menus in EBS. So those all roles will be maintained within APM only with the help of role template. Once we get into the actual classes and all, will take you to APM, will show you the template, what are the roles we given, what is the meaning, what is the type of roles we have, everything we'll discuss. But for now, just take these basic points. And when I talk about BPM, just now we discussed, if you want to manage the approvals in Fusion, the option is BPM only. Stands for Business Process Management. Business Process Management. SOA is a technical. SOA and BPL are, there are many other components. Since those all are, sorry, I forgot UCM. Okay, UCM stands for Universal Content Management. What is the use of it? By using this UCM only, you can import or export the data into instance. Say you want to load suppliers data into your purchasing. That you can do through UCM only. First, you have to load the data into UCM. From there, you will import. You will populate the data into payables supplier interface. From there, you will import into base tables. Even if you want to load the POs information, open POs, you will be loading into UCM. From there, you will populate into purchasing interface. From there, you will import into base tables. So this is a process we'll follow. Anyway, we'll be using so that you can understand very much detail level what you are expecting, what you should know. Okay, so this is the use of UCM, Universal Content Management, for data imports and exports. This platform, this component can be used. And apart from that, we have SOA, we call it SOA, nothing but SOA stands for Service Oriented Org Structure. This we can use for third-party integrations. Okay, if you want to connect any third-party application with your Fusion application, there are different services, different options are available based on what application you are connecting, for which data and which model of this you are using, that cloud option from Oracle. So you can choose respectively, and you can do the integrations, and you can start working on the cloud applications. For that we use SOA. BPL is a new language. Okay, next generation language, where just now we discussed, if you want to write some programming related to approvals and all, we'll be using the BPL only. BPL means Business Process Execution Language. That's all we'll be using. Anyway, we discussed about database. So these are all, not only these, there are many, but we don't need to understand functional front. Functionality point of view, what we have to understand. Okay, what we don't need to understand logically, ignore it. What we have to understand, what we see based on that. These are the few points we have to understand. That means when you're working on the application, everything controlled and managed by middleware only. Any kind of inbounding, outbounding interfaces and all can be routed through Fusion middleware by using SOA service, SOA, Service Oriented Architecture, by using the web services, or many options we have, will be using. So this is how that Fusion Cloud, Fusion middleware we have as a part of Fusion. Now, as of now, there is no solution from Oracle. Oracle is not yet ready to support the clients who are running their applications on the release 12 with a release 12 version. If somebody is running, somebody using the release 12 application, if they want to move to a Fusion Cloud, there is no option. But Oracle is working on that. What they are doing is, we know in EBS we don't have any middleware concept. But now the latest versions which you can see, for all the applications already Oracle built middleware. Now your latest version, you may say 12.6. Okay, 12.6 is running with the middleware only, because they are building the platform. I'm sorry, just one second. Right. So they are building the platform which will allow the clients to move directly to upgrade from release 12 to cloud, Fusion Cloud. As of now, solution not available. Hope it will come very soon. So already Oracle is working on that. As of now, if client is running R12, if they want to go to Fusion, again they have to go with a kind of new implementation, or we call it as re-implementation in the different product application environment. So no standard solution as of now. So even now in release 12 also, in the latest version, we have a middleware, but not how much vast level you have in the Fusion, but what level of middleware is required to move this R12 environment to Fusion, that to support all those connectivities and relations and logics. That level middleware we have in the release 12. Okay, so that is a one point to understand. Any questions on this, please?
Lakshman, Rakesh here means it is going pretty interesting, but still curious that what is your daily plan? Like how much hours every day you're thinking?
So
I thought it is.
we'll take 1.5 hours. Okay, we'll take 1.5 hours. See, today is the first session, right? Today is first session, so we have to get all the guys ready in the class, and it took time that we started late. Okay, we'll take 1.5 hours, or else based on you guys, because your participation is important for us. That is the reason.
Right.
On your comfort, we'll decide. We'll plan for these timings. Okay, we're not going to decide something. We'll give it to you guys. So majority of people, what time they are going to opt, will go with that. We'll discuss on that.
I also plan.
Yeah.
1.5 hours.
So we'll discuss on this point maybe after 5 minutes. We are going to wind up the session within 5 minutes. Okay, we'll discuss on that more detail level. Fine. Okay, that's all. Okay, any questions on this point, please? It's all about Fusion application architecture, how that Fusion will be running, what we have on front end, back end, and the middle. Okay, you'll get to know all very much detail level, because we have to work. Being a functional consultant, we have to work. We'll be working, so then only you can get more confidence and understanding. Now just I'm trying to introduce the terminology and a few points which you may get in this stage. That's it. Okay. Even I'm not expecting your understanding everything. Time is there to discuss.
Satish, if you have to go for application, we have to go for R11 or R12.
Sorry?
So, Fusion release R. If you have to go for certification, you advise to go for R11 or R12.
R12 product is not there in the market. They are going to release.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So by the time you complete the course, okay, if tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if Oracle is going to release, our training also will run on the release 12 only. Okay. For now, only availability in the market is 11. We'll run the classes on 11. Okay. In the middle of classes also, if you see R12, which is out from the Oracle, will run on R12 only. By the time you complete the course, if there is no R12 in the market, you can go with R11. There is no much difference you are going to see between 11 and 12. Okay, that is there.
Okay.
Oracle released those information. Okay, so new release. So you don't see big difference. That's the reason you no need to worry about it. If you have a plan of, if you don't mind, see any question after question, you have to mute. That's my sincere request. Fine. So after these classes are in middle of the classes, but not in the beginning. In the middle of the classes or after completing the classes, if somebody is looking for certification, please let us know. We will help you on that. We'll give you 100% pass guarantee. That option we have. But I am not saying, but that is for separate process. You have to pay to Oracle and all certain things are involved. That you have to follow. We have to respect all those things. If you want to certified on this, let us know. We'll help you. 100% we can give you the guarantee. We can help you to get certified on this, what course you are choosing. Not only this SCM, you may go with us for finance or SCM or procurement. Choose any cloud or EBS related course. We can help you on that. We'll guide you. We'll make sure that we'll certify. That's it. It's not like some weak promise I'm giving. For sure, we'll help you to get certified. Okay. Yeah, please.
Laxman, quick question. Yeah. From a very unbiased perspective, do you really think Fusion UI is very good when compared to, I don't know. I don't even have to compare with EBS.
See, I don't want to tell you this because in 1 or 2 days we are going to see that. We both will discuss after seeing that. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, fine. But if you need answer, I'll say it's a very rich. It's a very rich. Everyone should fall in love with that. That's all. That's my experience. I don't know about others. Okay, that's all we have. So we'll just move on. And now other point, just I want to talk about. I don't take much time. Hardly 10 minutes. Give me just 10 minutes. We'll close the session. Okay, maybe a bit late for someone today, but please bear with us only today. Okay, the further classes we are not going to trouble you. So when you talk about EBS multi-arc, we know very well. We are experts in that, no doubt. Why I'm saying we are experts? We are recommending these classes only for the guys who are working or who has knowledge. At least they should have experience or experience of working as a technical consultants on Oracle EBS. Okay, that's what we recommend. Oracle, that knowledge is enough. If somebody is in this session who is a fresher, okay, we don't recommend for them. Okay, we don't recommend. Okay, even if you are trying for a job, also companies will be expecting like experience, like you have experience on EBS, Oracle EBS. Now you are working on Fusion SCM. That sort of profile they'll be looking for. If you are just learning this SCM, it may not be useful. At least if you have a background of Oracle R12 technical consultant, somewhat we can consider you will be eligible. Otherwise, we don't recommend at all. That's rest your wish. Okay, when you talk about multi-org, in Fusion we know very well, right? Sorry, EBS we know. On top you'll have a business group, right? BZ. Under that we'll have primary ledger. Under primary ledger we'll have a legal entity. Under legal entity we'll have operating unit. Under operating unit we'll have inventory organization. So we know what is the meaning, what is the logic. It's all about for data classification to maintain the application, the different levels, and to maintain everything in very logical and hierarchical manner. We know that. So it's all about to manage the data very logically and secured and separately with the different aspects and to support the different business processes. Okay, it's all about when you're doing the implementation, the entire client data will classify and will be maintaining with these different classifications, and will be mapping the application the respective levels that we don't want to discuss now, I hope, because we know this point. So when you look at this is the multi-org as per EBS, but when you look into Fusion, the same multi-org structure, they name it as enterprise structure. In Fusion EBS also you can call as enterprise structure, no one will stop you, but the actual standard term Oracle given as multi-org. At Fusion they came up with the term called as enterprise structure. The title wise there is no difference and all, you don't no need to find any different meaning. So it's enterprise structure we call. How that looks like we'll see, and we'll look into that and we'll try to compare with the EBS multi-org. EBS means I'm referring R12 only. In R12 only we have primary ledger. If it is 11i we have a SOB, set of books, right? So I'm not talking about 11i example of 11i multi-org. Fine. Now when you talk about enterprise structure in the Fusion, which is similar to multi-org in EBS, this is how you will find that structure. This is a Fusion application architecture. See here we have all the application. This application layer, this is the middleware layer. See how big this is, not in terms of size of screenshot and all. There are many components we have. Not only those, there are many other components also. It's not very much detail level. It's summarized. Sorry, one second. Okay, in the middleware there are many components which will help you to plug and play your application environments. And finally we have Oracle database. So functional front to understand Oracle database and SPS database, we have the technical terms you no need to see as a Oracle Fusion application schemas, Oracle Fusion middleware schemas, that you simply ignore and take the point whatever I am trying to explain. That's what we have to understand as per our job, what we'll be doing. Okay, as an overall solution, that's how they are representing, but for our point of view, that's what we have to understand. Okay, this is just three tiers we have: application, middleware, and database. That's all. And when you look into Fusion enterprise structure, so this is just slide I kept for to give you the understanding on the Oracle Fusion enterprise structure. The top level we have enterprise. Under enterprises we'll have a divisions. Under divisions we are going to have a primary ledger. Under primary ledger, we'll have a legal entities. Under legal entity, we'll have a business units. Okay, under business units, we'll have a inventory organization. This is actual enterprise structure in the fusion. But now we'll go and compare, and we'll try to understand what is the meaning of each and every unit within this enterprise structure or object or organization unit, whatever you call. So we'll try to understand, we'll compare which is new, which is existed, what naming convention they changed, etc. We'll see. The first point, enterprise. So in EBS, we have a top level business group. We'll have a top level business group. So in fusion, top level will have enterprise. But when you talk about EBS business group, you can create a number of business groups. In one instance, you can create a number of business groups as per your requirement. If you are running the business, if client is running the business, say in 3 countries or 10 countries, each country you can create 10 business groups. That's how you can have a solution. Or else for 10 countries, you can have a one business group, and the country specific data, HR payroll data, you can manage separately with HR organizations and other controls, right? That's how you can manage. But in the fusion, you can have only one enterprise in one instance. One enterprise in one instance, because the reason is one client only will be using one instance. Okay, and then how, if you are going to have only one enterprise, if client is running the business in the multiple countries, how the solution can be managed? So to manage country specific solutions in the fusion, we have a concept called as legislative data groups. Anyway, those will create also. We'll see in the system. Whatever I am speaking, that will be doing. Okay. In fusion, we have a legislative data groups, which will be part of enterprise. In one enterprise, only for one instance, one enterprise. Under that one enterprise, you can have a number of legislative data groups, which will offer the country specific solution for HR and payroll processes. So that's the meaning of enterprise. It is like umbrella for entire this enterprise structure, for structure of organization. And divisions. You don't see any divisions concept in EBS as a part of multi-org structure. So you can say divisions is new concept in the fusion. And what we can take as a part of division in fusion, I given that graphical representation, some images also for better understanding. Say client is running the business, they are into automobiles and computers or consulting services and some hardware services, hardware sales. So take that example as their client is running the business, the 4 verticals, 4 vertical of businesses client is running. So each vertical of business you can take as separate division. You might be running in the multiple countries or one country, doesn't matter. The business separate, each business you are taking as a separate division. That's how you can manage and you can use for reporting and any profitability generation division wise. Here a division you may map with a vertical of business, different type of business. If not the case, you may go with other option for a division. Okay, each geography you can take as a one division. Okay, you may take APAC as a one division. EMEA you can take another division. This is how just you can, where you are operating the business based on geography classifications you can do, and accordingly you can have divisions in your system. But if you remember, division we can have, but normally that is a part of chart of account structure in EBS. But here we are not talking about chart of account structure. We are talking about enterprise structure. Structure level only you can have that classification. That is the point we are discussing. And primary ledgers, yes, we have in EBS as a primary ledger. In 11i we have a SATA book, same concept here. In fusion we have primary ledger. However, we have in R12 the same way we have primary ledger. There is no functionality changes or naming convention. And we have a legal entities in EBS R12. The same here also we have legal entity, same concept, same logic, same everything works. And when you are creating legal entity, you can understand how slightly it is different, what controls will be setting, how it will be working in the process. And business unit in EBS we have a term called as operating unit. The same they given in fusion as a business unit, but the process of creation of operating unit in EBS, the business unit creation fusion, you can see slight difference. But finally, the function, how it what purpose will be using the operating unit in EBS, the same purpose will be fulfilled in fusion also. You don't see the purpose wise how you are going to manage, set up, control, maintain. That may make some difference compared to EBS of operating unit. And here also we have inventory organizations which are connected with the business units. But in between business units and inventory organization, so see, your inventory organization can be your some distribution center also. If you are going to manage some distribution center where you will be involving in the distribution activities, that also you can create in the system, but that has to be classified as inventory organization. I mean, inventory organization only you can create in the system as a distribution center. The inventory organization functionality you can use for many aspects, maybe warehouse purpose or some distribution center purpose and different. That's anyway, it's a part of that actual solutioning and all. But what we have to understand, structure, we have to understand it is there as a part of enterprise structure. It will be under always in EBS or Fusion under unit only. So they're operating here business unit. Here we call as BUs. So this is how we have enterprise structure. Any questions on this, please? Okay, fine. So since it's a very known concept, but here a few changes you see. Enterprise structure, so we don't see in Fusion, but for one instance only an enterprise, for country specific solutions for HR and payroll. You know, like when you talk about business group to manage the employees information and to keep it as an umbrella for entire environment which you are creating the system. The same purpose here also. Within the enterprise, you can create many legislative data groups, LDGs, LDG. So since multiple, you can call as LDGs. For each country, you can have one LDG, which is country specific to manage HR payroll. So with that solution, that LDG you can correlate with our EBS business group. Okay, you can map, you can compare. So divisions new. Again, out of this entire enterprise structure, divisions are not mandatory, optional. Okay, I have seen the projects which I worked, and there I don't see no client is using divisions. So if no division is not there, then enterprise, primary ledger, legal entity, business, more or less almost equal to multi our EBS multi-org only. But naming convention got changed. Okay, something you can find in the new way, but ultimately the background is same. So these are the few points you have to understand. Apart from that, just I want to give you the look and feel of our Fusion application. This is how you will find the navigator. We got bored by seeing the navigator in EBS R12 or 11i. Now it's a new look. Based on what function you are performing, relevant icon also they kept, where user will show interest to go and click on that with more interest and passion, whatever you call. So it's a very great look they're given, and the complete application will be running in the single user interface. Okay, you don't need to open multiple pages or forms. So this is just Oracle Fusion application navigator page, and this is just same home page only. These whatever the icons you see, those we call as springboards. Okay, from here also you can navigate. If you want to go and open something, you can do it from here. The same you can call as a home page also. Sorry. So this is supplier creation page. Anyway, you don't see big difference in EBS also. We'll create the supplier from web page only, but here also web page, but it's ADF page. But here when you are going to create supplier, this is how we'll create here. First we'll create supplier profile. This is equal to header of supplier in EBS. And address, when you are creating the site in EBS, when you are creating the site in, give me 1 second. So in EBS, when you are creating the supplier site, as a part of supplier site only, we will create address, and for the same address we'll give the name that only we call a site. But in Fusion, address will be creating first. With one address you can create multiple site. That function they given separate. So first profile is nothing but equal to header, then we'll create address and site separately. But in EBS, address and site will create at a time in the same form, but here separate activities. And if you want to maintain the contacts of supplier, you can maintain. And the supplier qualification, this is a separate module specific functionality in procurement. So this is just a simple screen which how it looks like. Okay, so this is supplier creation page, and this is purchase order creation page, just for your information. So in EBS will be, except that complex purchase order, the normal purchase order will create from the form only, right? But here web page, this is how you can see all the functions: process requisition, import requisitions, view requisitions, manage orders, create orders, generate orders, import orders. Okay, and different type of agreements, whatever you have as a part of purchasing, those all you can see here. Okay, this is how that panel will be having. You can expand, you can minimize and maximize this, you can close it. Okay, that's how simple look and framework they're given. And this is a IDM. Okay, identity manager, or you can call as OIM, Oracle Identity Manager. This is a place where you can create the users and you can maintain the security of users, which user can access what. All those you can see from this IDM. Just look and feel, I'm showing these slides. And sales order creation page. Okay, this is how the sales order creation page looks like. Okay, here you can provide header information. Here order lines you can provide, and all the information you can see, item, etc., availability, everything you will be able to see from here. So and this is a APM, authorization policy manager. Here only the rules and everything will be managed like an EB.
Laxman, these are all R11 screenshots?
No difference between R9 or 10 or current version of 11. No difference. These all are 11. Last night only I made it. Okay, yesterday only I made it. This up to only screenshots. Okay, just for this session I made it yesterday only. That from latest version release 11. Okay, fine. So authorization policy manager, this is a place where you can manage all the specific application related roles. Even if you want to create the custom roles and if you want to generate the reality of the roles usage from here only you can do. In our sessions we'll discuss more detail level just how that page looks like respect to application. I want to just present in the classes, so this is a slide for that. And that's all. Now we'll talk about Oracle Fusion SCM course content. Okay, what are the course content? Before I go and show the course content, one thing we can promise, just we'll take you through all that configuration. Okay, and we'll take you through the classes when we are going to work on fresh implementation, fresh environment. I don't call it as fresh implementation. The fresh environment, from where to start, how to start, what is the sequence of activities we have to perform, then really how to start with actual product configuration, and what points we have to consider, what are the new things we have to learn. Okay, from this product, everything will take you through. We'll show you, we'll complete all the configuration which is a basic for each and every application. We'll run the basic flows which are supported by basic configuration. Apart from that, what are the different features we have, the future specific setups we'll do, and we'll take you through that. Okay, including the reporting and approvals and custom roles creation and data conversions, and giving you all the information which you require to work as a Fusion SCM consultant in any active project. After this training, you can start working as a Fusion SCM functional consultant. No doubt, we can promise you on that. Okay, so that is our target when we just design this program. So whatever we are saying, just that will be delivering. We will make sure that you will be expecting what you will be. I mean, you will be getting what you are expecting, because that we are going to take as our responsibility. Anyway, I'll take you through the course content. So this is a course content for our training program. So here, very high level, what are the applications we are going to cover? So Oracle Fusion Inventory. Along with that, we have to go through product management also, where you can create items and you can manage. So as a part of Fusion Inventory, you cannot create a item master organizations. You cannot create items. All need to be done from product management. And another way you can call as product hub. Okay, and we'll very detailed level. The core modules are, as we know, Fusion Inventory, purchasing, and even we'll be working on cost management also and order management. Within the order management, we have order orchestration for fulfillment process. So when we are working on these modules which are core for our SCM, so when we are working on any application, the Fusion, you should use FSM. With the help of SFM only, you can do any setups. And for security purpose, you have to use IDM, and for any kind of role management and all, you have to use APM, and you'll be working on BFM for approvals. So that's the reason I mentioned, because these also will be touching. Now, what level of knowledge we require being a functional consultant, all those will be covering. But take the point as these applications are going to be core applications. Costing, cost management, what sort of knowledge we have to gain to run the show of this SCM, that level will take you through. So I mean, how much knowledge you require from cost management? You are not going to see full scope, which is not required for SCM consultant. So whatever required will take you through that. Primary modules will be inventory, purchasing, and order management. Along with that, to run the cycles of P2P and O2C, will take you through that payables configuration, invoice creation by matching with the 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, whatever you call, and account receivables will show you how to create the sales. I mean, an OM will show how to create order and book, pick, release, ship confirmation, populating in the interface. Anyway, that's automation we have. And importing into receivables, creating the auto invoice. Up to that, we'll be showing. We are not going to show all those things in environment which is already configured. When we are working in real time, we'll start from the scratch. The same approach we'll be following in these classes, and we'll take you through all these. On top of it, I written the point as P2P and O2C cycles. These two cycles will be covering end to end. Okay, these P2P cycles will be covering. for sure. That too, we'll do our own setups. You don't need to see where already setups are executed. Just you are going to see the process. We don't like to go in that, run the sessions in that way, since those won't be useful for any consultants, maybe useful for end users. So we'll show you everything from scratch. That is a promise. And if you want to go a bit summary level of course content, these are the points. And we hope everybody received course content. If not, we'll be sharing once again. So these are the points, you can go through it, summary level. If you want to see very detailed course content, so we mentioned what configurations will be doing, what concepts will be covering each and every module. So you can go through it since you have this document with you. So these are all points from purchasing, and so tab transaction accounting builder, and receipt accounting for receipt accounting to generate accounting purpose, the functional business functions, and purchasing related configuration, purchasing related and requisition configurations, and procurement transaction related processes which will be handling the accounts payables, what setups we are going to execute to run to complete the P2P cycle till we make the payment, and what activities will be doing from purchasing which are connected with the what activities will be doing in payables which are connected with the purchasing, and order management related configurations, and what process will be working on order management which are integrated with the one side with inventory, other side with receivables, and cost management, what are the basic setups you require to support that process which you are trying to execute and learn, whatever you call. So that setups, and from fusion receivables, so these are the setups we have, and same processes. And again, function setup manager, without function setup manager you cannot start doing anything in the fusion. So you have to go through all this as a mandatory, and these are also mandatory for us to understand and to learn and to work on it. We should work on it. So that's the reason we made it. Apart from that, I put few points which are highlights and all, and each session will record, and we'll be sharing the recorded video also. Okay. That's how you can go through anytime offline. So that is additional benefit you can see. And we'll provide the latest instance, and we'll give you the instance for 3 months. If at all you require more than 3 months, we are happy to extend to 1 more month or 2 more months after 3 months. So this is all about how we are going to run these classes. So any questions on this, please?
So I believe shipping execution is part of your order management and orchestration, right, Laxman?
We'll do that. Yes, that should be there, right? Shipping, we have to ship. Okay, ship confirmation, all we have to do. Yes, that is a part of order management. Any other questions? So for each session, the participants who are going to subscribe, for them each session we record and will be sharing. And because of some reasons, if you are not able to attend all the classes, you can play those videos offline. Still, if you are not going to be happy with that videos because you missed out the class, you are not interested to go through that offline videos, if you have that concerns, we are ready to allow you in next batch in future without any additional charges. Now say you are joined in this batch, you attended half of the classes, after remaining half of for full entire course you'll be getting the videos, or else very frequently you are missing the classes, you don't need to worry about it, you are going to get videos. After going through that videos will be more than enough, because the live classes we are recording and we are going to share, the participants will be there, maybe behalf of you they'll be asking the questions, no doubt, right? The same, almost all our consultants, similar doubts, similar clarification they'll be expecting, similar information they'll try to know, and similar way they'll try to compare with EBS or other product to understand this functionality, how things works in Fusion. So that is the reason you can expect your answers also will be in the session, even if you are not attending. I don't say all the questions. Okay, so your questions will be there and we'll be answering for that, even you are not in the few classes. You can expect in that way. But anyway, you just make sure that you can attend more classes. If there is an issue in terms of attending classes, we will allow you for next batch. Any upcoming batches you can attend. We are not going to charge anything extra. So just this is what I want to share with you. Please.
Yeah. Just before you end it, today's class, I mean, approximately like how many Fusion projects or uptakes are going on?
How many? No, I'm sorry.
Fusion uptakes are going on.
Fusion projects, right?
Yeah. In general, the trend I'm asking.
Oh, we don't have that information because I should be Oracle N to answer this. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't want to tell some figures since you are asking. that is not correct thing. So I don't want to say around 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So I'm not sure on that. I don't know. Think most of the consultants are not aware of it. Maybe the people who are in the Oracle sales and cloud teams, they know very well. But many projects are there in the market. Okay, like Oracle with the cloud, they started with HCM as a first release. Later they released finance. After that, procurement, then SCM. You can see many clients already started choosing the SCM solution since it's stabilized now. Okay.
So, but I believe, Laxman, this is all fresh implementations, right, Laxman? As you said, we don't have the conversion yet from R12 to
Upgrade not possible. Okay, fresh implementations only. You can see few clients who are using R12, they are also doing fresh implementation on Fusion. They are leaving release 12 environment, they are moving to Fusion. I could see a few clients who went in that way. And out of all these offerings, what we selected, what we discussed here in the class, like as a different deployment models, service cloud options, out of that, most of the clients are using SaaS only. That I forgot that point to address. So most of the clients are using SaaS only. I can say 95%. I may not be correct, but as per my experience, I can say 95%. But no doubt more than 90% for sure. Okay, all clients are using. Reason is auto upgrade. Okay, if they miss one or two functions that they may manage with workaround or something, but to take the benefit of auto upgrades and a very stabilized application which is bug free, issue free application, they are going with the SaaS only. Any questions, please? If no questions, we can wind up for today. We are really sorry for that inconvenience. What we scheduled and what extent we taken the classes slightly different. So since we started a bit late and there was few points to discuss more detail level, it took more time. So anyway, we'll make sure that from next session we'll fix the schedules and we'll be running within that so that no one plans will get disturbed because of our schedules and classes. Okay.
Tomorrow also the same time it will start?
From Monday, we'll start the session at 6:30. See what we'll do. One thing from Monday we'll run the classes at 7 o'clock. Because I'm saying 7 o'clock, since the initial classes we have to get ready, all the people ready instead of calling for session at 6:30 and making them to wait till 7 and all. What we'll do, we'll start the session sharp 7 o'clock, and if 7 is comfortable for everyone, we'll go with the 7 only. Okay, 7 to 8 that will be running. If you people have some concerns about time and all, we can change to 6:30. We'll see that. Anyway, we'll discuss, not required now. Okay, that we'll see in the next session, but Monday we'll have session at 7 o'clock. That is confirmed, fixed. Okay, we'll see on Monday. Any further questions, anything just based on this session or whatever you are going to hear from second session, we can discuss then and there. That's how we can work out. But we can promise you one thing, you will have a very quality of learning, no doubt. Not only this course, other courses, whatever we are offering, we have a certain strategy when we are delivering the training, that we are following certain benchmarks. So that is the reason you can expect quality of trainings from us. Okay, I'm not saying we are great in the market, but what I'm trying to say is we can give you the information what you're expecting. That's it. Okay, since no questions, I'm going to wind up the session for now. Okay, see you on Monday. Have a great weekend and have a good.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining the session. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.